And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth. And he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon.
Pope Francis is having a pretty good year, wouldn't you say? First, he was named Time Magazine's Person of the Year.
Well, now The Advocate, the country's largest gay and lesbian publication, has named the Pontiff its Person of the Year, signaling what could be a shift between the gay community and the Catholic faith.
Suzanne Kennedy here now with more on that. Suzanne?
Well, Leon and Allison, a decade ago, you probably wouldn't have seen this happen, but today's Pope is very different than his predecessors.
As the Pope celebrates his 77th birthday, the leader of the Catholic Church is being recognized in an unexpected way. After being named Time Magazine's Man of the Year, the country's oldest gay rights magazine, The Advocate, is now following suit.
I was pretty shocked and very surprised and very happy.
It's a move that's being praised by gay Catholic organization Dignity Washington.
I'm just so thrilled that he's listening to us. He's really making an effort to listening to people on the margin.
On a flight last year from Brazil to Rome, the Pope offered a glimpse into his viewpoints on homosexuality, saying, "If someone is gay and seeks the Lord with goodwill, who am I to judge?" The Advocate article says the Pope offers LGBT Catholics who remain in the church more reason to hope that change is coming. Monsignor John Ensler, a priest of 40 years, says the Advocate's honor may not sit well with all Catholics.
And this is concerned to people, no question. But I think it's what the church should do. The church is saying, let's reach out and let's find ways to say, you're part of our flock if you want to be.
Here in Washington, the news came to some as a welcome sign of the church's move toward inclusion.
I don't know if he really is an advocate for gay and lesbian, but I think at least he preaches a feeling of acceptance.
I think it's a great thing. As a Catholic and as a gay man, it's perfect.
The Vatican press office, which said that Time's Man of the Year honor was unsurprising, declined to comment on this newest honor. Leon?
So a senior Vatican official says we have no comment on this. We're not going to say whether he's ever supported civil unions for gay couples or not. What's your take?
Listen, it wasn't so private. There was a bishops' meeting in 2010 of all of the bishops in Argentina. He was the head of the bishops' conference, and it looked like same-sex marriage was going to pass in Argentina. And so as a compromise, he said, look, we want to come out for human rights. Let's support same-sex civil union. For the first time in 6 years, they voted him down. He got everything else through as head of that conference. They voted against him, which means that most of the bishops in that room were less progressive than Pope Francis on this issue.
Which is pretty incredible. And by the way, for some people who may be surprised, I mean, what civil unions would get him would be, well, you can have civil unions and that you don't necessarily have to use the word quote-unquote marry or have a religious ceremony for gay couples, right? It gives them that
religious context, and obviously the church is not ready for that, nor would Pope Francis be ready for that. But he wanted to respect human rights. That's the real surprise here, that people say, well, he's anti-gay. You can be anti-gay marriage and not be anti-gay. And I think there's a distinction here. He's really moderate in this issue, it seems.
I mean, it's an interesting point. I don't know that everyone would agree with you on that issue of whether you could be anti-gay marriage, but you're trying to draw that distinction, right, on the human rights side of the civil union.
I think so, because there is a distinction to be made. First of all, I don't think that we should have heterosexual marriage, civil marriage.
Really?
No. I think civil marriage, heterosexual or homosexuals, it's about legal rights. It's about rights and responsibilities. Marriage, I think, for us, takes more religious context. So if you want to be married sacramentally, have it blessed, have your civil marriage. Then if you're Catholic, be married in the Catholic Church. If you're Jewish, be married in your temple. But I think then it puts everybody in the same playing field. Everybody has civil unions, gay and straight people. And then those who want to be married sacramentally or have it blessed, do that.